The mistake that diasporians do is that coming home and thinking that they've got money so they can just push into the system. It's a big mistake. Now, you're coming home, you want to start a business. Let's say you want to open a bar, or maybe you want to open, let's say, a provision shop. Instead of you going to rent a whole store, okay, and then stocking it. Let's say you live maybe in let's say Wija. Okay, that's where I stay. So you live in Wija, and then you go and rent a big shop. You have the money, you think you can do it. Oh, it's just money. Then you take a big shop. Maybe the shop itself is taking about 40 to 50% of your capital. And then you also come and stock it with so many things, thinking that, oh, it will go. And then you employ people and then they'll be stealing from you and all that. No, not this. When you are coming from abroad, you were not working for yourself. Most of us, let me say, about 90% of us are not working for ourselves, because mostly Africans, when we travel out there, a few people open businesses. Such people, when they are coming home to do a business, they understand business things already. So it's easier for them to start paying. But you are not sure, you've been working and they pay you. They are paying you monthly salary. And then you come and open this. You don't even have some business acumen and stuff like that. But you still want to go big time and go and invest. And then you don't even understand business. You don't understand the intricacies of business and all that. So you do that, and then the thing will crash, and you're like, Ghana, you only be again. And then you say all these things because you did not take your time, you didn't wise up, you did not research, you did not listen. Okay, so what I'll advise is this: if you're coming home like that, what you need to do is this. Okay, whatever business you are going into, start small. Now, when I got home, I have started rental business aside other business I'm doing. Okay, I have started a rental business. Now, I started even before coming, like about 6 months before I traveled. I had started. Okay, I got somebody who I could trust, and so I bought some few chairs and tables for the person to start with. People have rented it for programs, and I realized that okay, some of the tables I've been bought are not of good quality. So some of the things that I bought may not even be really important in the area that I am. Okay, people are looking for certain particular kind of stuff. So now, supposing that I just bought everything, okay, that I thought that people would want, and then I brought them here. Then you came and you realize that in this area, people don't even need those things in this area. So what do you do? Okay, so why don't you start small, buy a few things, and then when people are coming, the customers will tell you the things that they need. The customers will tell you the things that they need. The customers themselves will tell you. So this one will come. Oh, please, I want to rent a canopy. Do you have the pointed one? I want to rent a canopy. I want a white. Do you have a white one? Oh, I want to rent the canopy. So maybe you went to buy canopies with only black. Like polyester over them. Okay, or black. Then you bought only black. Then you realize, oh, people don't even want the black. They rather want white. Oh, they won't want even the black. They rather want red. So you spent money for nothing. So you start small. Now, I also started aqua business. I'm into catfish now. I had money to have gone straight into 1,000 pieces. But you know what? I started with only 100. And that 100, I've learned so much because taking care of them begins to bring the challenges in handling catfishes. So I know it. Okay. Now, supposing I bought 1,000, the challenges would have overwhelmed me and I would have lost a lot. And I would say, this land is not even a good business. And I would just move on to something else and try like that. Okay. Or I've just lost money. Okay. So I've learned over a month. Before now, I added more. And I'm still expanding. Tomorrow, I'm even buying another set. Okay. And expanding. By the time you realize I have 1,000 with wisdom. And so now, because I was able to handle 100 well, now I'm able to handle 10,000. Now I'm able to handle 1,000. Then I'm expanding. That is how it works. I'm trying to understand that business cycle that you are entering into. Okay, understand that business. Talk to people. I mean, cast your mind abroad, I mean, wide, okay? So you can talk to people, you know what people are doing, you know how they are going about their business. If it's possible to join associations and all that, do that, okay? It will help you to be able to, I mean, get into that system very well, okay? Get into that system very well. So please note this, okay? 2 things I've said here, which are very important. Do not just throw your money into the business that you don't understand. Because being abroad, you are being paid. You are not into business. Most of us, we're not into business, we're being paid. So now you want to turn an entrepreneur. You cannot be a successful entrepreneur overnight. It is something that takes time and you build into it. The other thing is that do not think that because you have the money, you can just throw the money there and then just get into it and go. Okay. So please, let's note this. These are things that are very, very important that we need to note. Now, before you go home finally, what do you have to think of? 1, think about accommodation. 2, think about mobility. 3, think about building up your psyche. Okay, these 3 things are very, very, very important. Accommodation, where are you going to stay? Where are you going to stay? Do you have your own house or are you going to rent? Now, if you have your own house, that is easy, because then you don't have a problem with landlords and also the little money you've come to invest, using that one to pay for rents. In the preparations, one thing you should know is prepare enough, okay, for a certain period. Okay. Now, coming home, I knew that I had a window, okay, of months, like at least 6 months. I had a family back home. So I needed to make sure that at least for the next 6 months, okay, that I am going to be here without receiving salary. At least I make sure that that 6 months is covered with their school fees and their feeding fee and stuff, and their upkeep and stuff. So that for the next 6 months, until my business takes over, I know that I'll have enough money for that period. 6 months to 1 year is good. Then it means that, please note this, I want you to see that earlier. There should be a short-term, medium-term to long-term plan. A short-term, medium-term to long-term plan. For me, my long-term was the rentals, because I'm renting out and then I'm going to expand it to events. Okay, I want to go into events. Okay, I want to go into events. That's my long-term. Now, my short to medium term was my short to medium term. Okay, my short to medium term is the aqua business I'm going to, because that one I need to get into it, and then at least 6 months I can begin to sell what I have. And then the short term was a few importations I had to do from Thailand to be able to sell and get some money on me. Okay, so that at least I can get going with that. So please note it. Plan for short term, short to medium term, and then medium to what? Long term. Okay, so please, these 3 things are very important. Okay, it's part of the planning to settle back home. Okay, so I should have brought it that earlier, but it escaped me, so I'm bringing it that now. Then, when your accommodation is covered for at least a year, normally in Ghana you rent a house for a year. Okay, so make sure like at least you're taking 2 years. It's all because business is not easy to go into business, and then 1 year you are getting what you call investment returns. Okay, so at least 2 years pay for your rent. Okay, if you don't have your own place to live. Okay, good. Then think about mobility. Get a car if it's possible. But if it is not possible, don't worry. Get into the system. Before you travel, maybe you were riding trotro. Don't remember you have been now. The last one is build your psyche. Build up your psyche. Please, it is the most important thing. Build up your psyche before you come home. Build up your psyche. Listen to listen to other people, okay, on how to get home. Note that when you're coming home, people have a different mentality about people who have traveled abroad and come. People have a way of dealing with people who have come from abroad and all that, okay? And people lifestyle. When you check my YouTube, my Kristo account, I have a TikTok account for it. And the other time I was doing a DIY. I wanted a carpenter to come and do some TV stand I saw. And the guy, I wasn't finding anybody. Not that I don't have the money, but for people to even come and work for today, tomorrow, they'll come and touch it, and then you pay the part of the money, they don't go, they'll not come back. So now listen, if you are coming back home and all these things are going to frustrate you, man, you will die early. So make up your mind that coming to Ghana, you are relaxed. Our people operate differently. And you know, and so when you come home dealing with your own fellow Ghanaians, dealing with your own fellow Africans, okay, because it's a different mindset, it's a different environment, and all that. You have gone to a different, you've seen it differently. You have not had that opportunity. So please, your wife didn't say, now and yes, you get frustrated and you run away. You say, oh, Ghana crowd, there's nothing that works here. Okay, that's what you say, but it's not like that. Okay, so please note it. So please build up your psyche. Why do you so overfear? Build up your psyche, make up your mind that no matter what, you're going to stay and you're going to make it. That notwithstanding, you can also, I said that you coming home a year or two before, okay, at least you know exactly what to bring. Even at least if you say you enjoyed it so much, you know, you can pack them, give it to a shipper to bring them to you know, before you integrate to the system. At least you have those things. When you say, of course, you cannot bring cow down from Thailand and papaya salad, but at least you can bring a few things that you can get from the shops that you used to use. Me, I try to bring some pomade that I like. Yeah, I like. Thank you, Jackson. I some pomade and some hairdo stuff and stuff like. And you might be toss marketing. Son, I met take okay. And so we do now. A crowd they make you because he said who say okay we meet to do we na me use Thailand meet to do we na me use meet to do na me use America na me use London meet to there are shops here that are getting things from these places, okay, coming in now. I went to Melcom has totally changed. You enter Melcom now, okay, it's just like entering Big C. Okay, it's just like entering Big C in Thailand. If you're in Thailand, okay, it's just like entering Big C and the kind of things you find. Okay, so there are things, but they be not you go to talk a crab bra. And son of integrate into the system. Okay, how many right now? You don't have to import it again, or you don't have to bring it from Thailand. Okay, so that is important to get a few things for yourself before you come. So all these are part of the psyche you need to build up. All these are part of the psyche you need to build up. Like I said, if you can't find it, then keep saving that money. If you can't find it, then keep saving that money. It is very, very important.